Did you know that this song was sampled in the hip hop song Armand Asante by Hot Carl?
Hot Carl. For those who haven't looked at Urban Dictionary, please do right now. Pause what you're doing. Go to Urban Dictionary. I didn't know there was a hip hop artist named Hot Carl.
Yeah.
Nor did I know that they had the ability to sample this.
Yeah.
I can't unhear it.
This is a show about the 500 albums that Rolling Stone says are the best, and we're gonna talk about them ad nauseum. This is a show about the 500 albums that Rolling Stone says are the best, and we're gonna talk about them ad nauseum. This is a show about the 500 albums that Rolling Stone says are the best, and we're gonna talk about them ad nauseum. This is a show about the 500 albums that Rolling Stone says are the best, and we're gonna talk about them ad nauseum.
Salud.
Salud.
Welcome to the Backwards Beats podcast. I'm Carl Carter Fansteel.
I'm Dan Woodard.
And this is another fantastic episode coming your way of our travel, our traverse through the top 500 albums of all time list as designated by Rolling Stones magazine.
That's correct. That's even more correct.
I had to hit the mute button because I left the speakers on.
Yeah.
Daniel, what are we listening to today?
We are listening to Eli in the 13th Confession by Laura Nyro.
Nice.
Yeah, this is album 463 on the aforementioned list.
Hot. It was a 1968 release.
Mm-hmm.
It claims 16 songs on your favorite streaming service, but it's really only 13, appropriately due to the title.
Thankfully.
Yeah, I'd say. The full cut runs in at 56 minutes, though I believe the 13 songs are
long enough.
That's exactly right. Tell me something about this album.
Well, let me tell you about Laura Nyro, who was born with an unfortunate last name of Laura Nigro, Nigro.
That's true.
Born in Bronx, New York on October 18th, 1947. Boomer. Her
Thanks, Boomer.
Sorry. Her father was a piano tuner and a jazz trumpet player, and her mother was a bookkeeper. She taught herself piano at a young age, which seems unfortunate since her father was a piano tuner. Seems like maybe dad could have taught her piano.
Yeah.
And began composing songs at the age of 8. And we might hear one of those songs on this album. Her early musical influences included Nina Simone, Judy Garland, and Billie Holiday, and classical composers like Debussy and Ravel.
Yeah, that's what I read as well. By the way, I got the full run time for the 13 songs, 46:17.
Tight 46. She sang with friends. She was a busker. She sang with friends in subway stations and street corners during high school. She adopted the name Nyro after high school.
Nice choice.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate last name. There are plenty of unfortunate last names, that one being up there.
Yeah.
Her professional career began in 1966 with her first major appearances at the Hungry Coffee House in San Francisco. The tracks.
There we go. Yeah, it all sounds about right.
Yep. Her debut album was called More Than a Discovery. It was released in 1967 on Verve Folkways label. Album featured some songs that would later become hits for other artists, which this album is also, I guess, a bed of hits for other artists.
It is. And I will front load this with a lot of respect. Mm-hmm. When you look at the catalog of writing that she's provided for others, it's actually quite impressive.
It is. And this first album is song When I Die by Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Yep.
Stony End by Barbra Streisand covered.
Mm-hmm.
Wedding Bell Blues by The Fifth Dimension, and The Fifth Dimension will come up again.
The Fifth Dimension did like 6 of her tunes,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
It's really wild. I mean, You know, you kind of like have to look at like the Carole King like adjacent type of thing, where a lot of people are covering her work,
Right.
and probably for the better.
Probably for the better. Yeah. She did perform at the Monterey Pop Festival. Which,
I didn't know they had a pop festival. I always was hip to the jazz one.
Yeah, 1967. Maybe they don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
Or maybe it morphed into it. I didn't.
Sabrina Carpenter was busy.
Yeah, that's probably it. She's known for her unique blend of pop, jazz, gospel, rhythm and blues, show tunes, rock, and soul simultaneously.
It's like if you went to the candy store. Or no, it's like those kids who go into the soda gun.
Yeah.
You know? And they just put a little bit of everything into a cup.
Yeah. She was highly regarded by peers. Elton John was a big fan and a very vocal admirer of her work. But despite some of the critical acclaim, she was not a major commercial success. She did gain reputation as a songwriter.
Well, that's a niche
That's a niche.
designation.
I don't think she's like the Louis C.K. of songwriting, though.
No, nor do I.
Because that was his.
Yeah, he got off. He had his. No, he got off. He had his show, the Louis show, that popped off and showed you have writing chops, right?
Yeah.
It's clear she wrote great music here.
Very talented.
Yeah,
actually.
in that sense, and I see how in kind of that small Brooklyn way, and look at her dating history too, and like she was like very much in the scene. She didn't want attention.
No.
She's kind of a hermit,
Yep.
and she passed early.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. I think at the age of 49.
50? Yeah, the 49 to 50. Like, she was super young when she died.
Yeah, she died of breast cancer, which is the same thing her mother passed away from as well.
Ovarian.
Ovarian cancer. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Sorry, I did some research on this.
Well, I'm shocked. Yeah.
But yeah. Sorry, Dan, to interrupt you.
Yes. Well, actually.
I would hate for our Instagram following to recorrect us again.
Yeah.
On probably 9 million things I've misrepresented.
That's all right.
Jimi Hendrix.
She's also known for a powerful and emotive 3-octave mezzo-soprano voice.
Okay. Cool.
This album was recorded in 1967, released in 1968, as you mentioned, produced by Charlie Calello and Laura Nyro. It was arranged by Charlie Calello, which we should throw some props to there's some stuff that happens in here.
For sure.
Yeah. And then the sessions are featuring a mix of session musicians and members of her touring band as well. And there are a couple of interesting collaborators that we will get to in a moment. But a little bit about Charlie. He was known as the Hitman composer, and he has been on a number of Billboard 100 charting records. He's worked with Frank Sinatra, The Four Seasons, Neil Diamond, Barbra Streisand, Bruce Springsteen, Engelbert Humperdinck.
None of that surprising except for that last thing I'd never heard. That's not even a word.
You've got to know the song After the Lovin'.
Oh, who wrote that?
Engelbert Humperdinck.
Engelbert
Humperdinck. Of course, that's a stage name. He just came up with a ridiculous name that would be memorable. And
his name's Sean Smith.
I can't remember what it is, but yeah. He began his career as a member of the Four Lovers, which became the Four Seasons.
Frankie Valli's Four Seasons?
Where he was the musical arranger and briefly the bassist.
Bassist,
yes.
My son's favorite band.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's a song that Frankie Valli covers off this album.
I am aware of that.
Yeah. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about him because it's kind of the best part of the
without
album.
him, this does not even remotely exist, y'all.
Yeah. This album was a critical success, but really didn't go anywhere, financially. Dave Geffen is mentioned in the liner notes on this.
Okay.
As management, agent, and friend.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet. Didn't she royally F him over on this too?
I think so.
Because was he Alchemy Records? eventually, and then she went somewhere else, like under a label.
Yeah.
It gets yucky.
Yep.
I was hip to that coming in, but label games are so bad.
Yeah. She's not on Geffen.
Effing gaffin.
Yeah. This album did peak though at 181 on the Billboard Top 200, so it did chart a bit.
It also charted on Rolling Stone's top 500 of all time.
It did.
Talk about credentials.
Talk about that. And some people think this is a groundbreaking work in pop music. I don't know that I would call a single song on here pop.
I wouldn't call this pop music at all.
No, we'll get
I
into
think
it.
that was actually a offensive designation for it in defense of her.
Yes, I agree.
There's a lot going on here, and this isn't Sugar Pie Honey Bunch.
No,
like,
it's not.
I just, if you look at what's going on at the time, don't call this pop. Please don't call this pop.
Yeah, it's hard to pigeonhole it, but pop is not what this is.
Agreed entirely, and I think that's a thing you could just like be like, oh, white girl singing pop, and that's not cool.
Yeah. Music critics love this album. It was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame in 1999.
I had no idea.
Yep. And this is basically her masterpiece.
Her magnum opus.
Her magnum opus, yeah. And it was a turning point in her career where she moved away from more conventional pop of her debut album towards this more experimental style of music.
Sure thing. You can hear she puts a lot into it. There's no question about that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we're obviously foreshadowing maybe some of her feelings about this album, but there's a lot of talent wrapped up in this album.
No question about it.
And there's also just a lot to unpack as we get into the song list, unless you have anything else.
Now, great time to break.
Does your wife complain about your snoring? Are you tired of getting punched in the throat, kneed in the groin, or having your pillow yanked so hard you now have herniated discs? If gone are the days of a gentle nudge or a...
Honey, can you roll over?
It's time to solve this problem once and for all. You love your wife and want what's best for her, a good night's sleep. But you cannot keep taking this kind of abuse. From the makers of Misfit Mattress comes Sleepies, the world's first motion-activated sleep solution for couples on the edge. Sleepies uses a patented proximity piece technology to detect when your spouse is stirring, sighing, or preparing to weaponize a pillow. At the first sign of conflict, Sleepies releases a calming micromist of lavender-infused propofol and melatonin. Your partner drifts back into dreamland and your apple bag avoids being bruised. Sleepies comes with adjustable settings like Good night, sweetheart, Wisdom Tooth sedation, and Let's pretend that you're dead. Sleepies is discreet, rechargeable, and compatible with most nightstands and CPAP machines. Just plug it in, power it up, and let the technology do what couples therapy could not. Sleepies, because love is patient, love is kind, and love should never involve blunt force trauma.
You up?
Well, if I thought the Heimlich maneuver would cure me from, the itching, at least, I would have tried that a long time. I would have had a friend grab me by my torso.
What makes you think that it won't at least distract you from the itching? Because the Heimlich maneuver done appropriately is, well, first of all, a very intimate experience, but also a very aggressive experience.
Yeah, I worry about two things. My sternum and my anal chastity. So, I've got concerns. And at some point in time, you'd be like, is the itching worth it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if they do it correctly, your anal chastity will be non-existent.
I should get a girl. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. All right. So let's get into this album. We are 13 songs long, truly. And song number 1 is called Lucky, spelled the wrong way.
Spelled the wrong way. It is Unlucky 13.
There it is. I think it's hip to mention that nowhere on a popular streaming service like Spotify will you find over 1 million hits. This one only ranked in at about 500,000.
Yep.
It's not a heavily streamed album, I would equate that always to its age.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe the listeners of this are probably holding vinyl 8-track. I don't know if it made the cassette. I'm sure it did.
Reel to reel.
Yeah, reel to reel, face to face.
Yep.
But not as a ton of listens here.
No, this song is a celebration of being born again and depicts the struggle between lucky, God, and naughty, Satan.
Wow, that's I watched a children's show this morning that had more glue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we got to walk right into this. I'll just give you my quick take. This song, in many, probably 8 out of the 13 songs, have song forms, I'll say, that are on very ADHD. I tried to do song form analysis on this song, and here's what I came up with. Intro, A2, B, intro,
Yep.
C, which now the song has a swing feel to it. C is now straight
Yep.
rhythmically. A3, A2.
And A2 is the modulation
Yep.
raisy thing.
Yep.
That's still diatonic, but might not be.
Might not be. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then
Because who knows the way she's singing? Notes are implied versus like
Expressed.
Yeah. Thank you. It's kind of a mess.
it is, because now we go back to the B section.
No, it's like a Jackson Pollock of just flicking fucking notes at a wall.
Yeah. We have B now at a halftime feel.
Yep.
Then we hit our D section.
By the way, the song's only 3 minutes long.
What was stuff? Wait, we have D section part 2 with the same feel, the straight feel of the C, and then an outro, which is based on the intro.
So it's 14 parts ish,
Yes.
give or take 7.
Just variations on like A and A2. They're essentially the same thing, but it's
But it's 3 minutes long. Mm-hmm. How many breaths does she take?
I'm not sure. Her cardio's got to be off the charts.
Yeah. Say one thing, man.
Yeah.
If she can, run a marathon, I would not be surprised.
Yeah. So all that being said, there's the band behind this entire album are phenomenal.
Let's open there, and then let's go back and explain to the non musicians what just happened that we talked about.
Yeah.
A, respect to her backing band. Mm-hmm. We say this for multiple reasons. Let me offer a few, and please chime in as you feel so inclined. 1, tonality, fantastic. Mm-hmm. The person who decided who the backup band would be, maybe it's her. In which case, great job. I love your instrumentation. You have a classic rock band with a great string and horn section at all your hands and really nice sounding piano. The production value, also, for 68, fantastic. Furthermore, you have really, really clever written parts to the point where Dan and I, over multiple, instances, will talk about, is there someone literally conducting a band and orchestra sitting on like a pulpit, like
There has to, because the tempo changes are
unreal.
yeah.
Unreal. And props to Laura, whether you're leading them or following them or you composed them. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I believe these songs, she has a demo of this song that was part of her performance for, I guess, Mercury Records before she was
Yeah,
put
it's
on.
sitting in the back end of, if you go on Spotify,
Yep.
it's sitting in the last 3.
Yeah, and so the arrangement is definitely derived from her song. It's not like, hey, here's my totally normal song, make a really strange arrangement.
No. She heard these songs this way.
Yeah.
And they decided to roll with her.
Mm-hmm.
Big ups, everybody.
Yeah, and even though I'm not speaking well of this, the reason I'm not speaking well of it is, it's funny. I think when we talked about this last week, because I'd already listened to the album one time before
We even got in here.
before we even got into it, And it's like the density of all of these songs is trying to like unpack, like not the quality is not the same, but the density is like a whole list of Bohemian Rhapsodies.
It's like cutting through a Snickers bar with your pinky.
Right.
It's really, really tough.
There's a lot of information being sent at you. And you mentioned Laura's breath or lack of breath.
Here's the complaint that we'll put on the table, and this will resound throughout the album. She never stops singing. Not one golden second does she stop singing. There are incredibly few musical rolled out moments where she lets the band play. Her fantastic band.
Yeah.
And good arrangement band just play so she can be an artist. She's just constantly blabbering over this album.
Yeah, and here's the other thing about it is it's not that there are bad ideas on the album. It's just all of the ideas. I think back to when we talked about the producer on Miranda Lambert, where we said, well, I guess the producer said, hey, Matt Chamberlain, find a bunch of drum parts. Play just a bunch of things. We don't know what the feel is going to be. Just give us your ideas. And then the producer says, okay, I'll use all the ideas.
I'll use all of them.
Right.
And I'll make it sound like we're playing in the world's biggest keg. But
right.
Yes.
So this is much the same. Is she has ideas for days.
God damn, does she ever. She's hacking away at this thing.
Yeah.
It's crazy. She's like Coltrane. Like it's just blurting, but there's no phrasing.
Right. And this actually reminds me, I was going to say it later. I'll say it now. This reminds me, do you remember The Culps? It was a sketch on SNL. Will Ferrell and Anna Gasteyer, they were the middle school music teachers.
Oh, okay. Yes. Yes. I remember this one.
And they would just like go from song to song to song to song, except this is one song.
Precisely. And this tune has a lot of stuff going on outside of her already being a very busy singer over it. She's got 900 ideas. Every one of those influences that Dan spoke about earlier, from Billie Holiday to, I don't know, whatever the musical theater ones were, she's trying to use all the characters. She's using them.
She is.
And the band's playing complicated parts, and they're moving, and they're doing chordal tricks and rhythmic tricks, and it's just a lot to take in. Now, I will say this. My thoughts were, not to, we shouldn't like crush an whole episode on song one.
Right.
My thoughts were, wow, this is a celebration of music. First song. And there's a lot of great stuff going on. Like, she's doing bluesy stuff. She's doing jazzy stuff. She's damn near scatting at times, but just putting useless words to it.
Yep.
And I'm like, all right, cool. So when you talk about her influences, yay, we got that going. You end up with this cool chord chart that has a nice modulation to it. What strikes me is honestly that she's bold. And this is a loud song. It's right in your face.
Yeah.
And you go, all right. That's one way to open an album.
Yeah.
We can move.
Let's move.
I'm stoked on how the band sounds at this point. My note to myself was, if it keeps up this way, I'm going to be a little worried. Move over to song 2. Lou, L-U.
L-U.
It's like lounge music meets Broadway.
It is. Now, I love the horn chart in this track. The horn chart for this is fantastic.
Oh, yeah, it's real good. Oh, that guitar break at the beginning?
Yeah.
Where the bass enters when the music is just like simply there.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I like this band a lot.
Yeah, really good. Peggy Lipton did a single of this.
I'm familiar with that one, actually.
Yeah.
And, that makes sense, too. This one has, like, real big Motown, like, down the middle vibes to it.
Yeah. The hi-hat.
Yeah.
What? Are you familiar with the term sock cymbal?
Yes, I am.
So hi-hats are two cymbals stacked, for you if you don't know, if you're not a drummer, two cymbals that are stacked on top of each other. That you usually there's a pedal that allows them to open and close, and you hit it with your hand. It's up high. It used to be called a sock cymbal because that used to just be a pedal-based cymbal that was down near the floor that you'd hit with your sock.
Hurrah!
Yeah.
Sorry, it took a second. I was drinking my beer.
And in the hi-hats in this are they what like 8-inch thick hi-hats or something. It's really high-pitched.
Yeah,
cymbals.
it's incredibly tinny. The old saying in the studio is, when you mic the hi-hat, you don't use it. When you don't mic the hi-hat, you wish you did. Mm-hmm. Here, I wish they didn't.
Yeah. You mentioned Motown, and we mentioned songwriter. In the verse, she starts doing Louie, 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 Louie. And did Louis C.K. that the theme song for that show, the Louis song?
Could have come right from here.
It could have. Except that's way better. Sorry.
There's another quotable. Damn, and I didn't write in my notes. I heard it today on my umpteenth listen, sixth. And I was like, that's a line someone's stolen in modern music. I couldn't put my finger on it.
Yeah.
Here, what happened was she opens vocally and gives me hope that we have there's some musical instruments. I'm like, the first one was just an explosion of celebration. Yep. How cool. And I'm like, cool, we're going to be fine. She doesn't make it 2 sentences before she's belting again.
Yep.
And it sounds like an extension of Lucky.
Right.
It's incredible. We're right back in the same fucking song.
Yeah, she tricks you many times. You think you're going to get something. It's like, all right, this is cool. I'm down. And then, here we go again.
No, the whole song is just it's just like listening to a chorus of a chorus of a chorus.
Yeah.
Here, the difference is you get multiples of her.
Right.
I assume it's her. I think it's her. There's no dudes, and it's a lot of...
And unfortunately, she doubles her voices or herself in unison. They're never in tune.
I mean, let's be honest. She's not in tune
a lot
now. She's often flat.
Yeah.
And this would not be a critique had she been modest.
Yeah.
But she's not. She thinks she can sing all over the map.
It's like that guy whose parents or family say, "Oh, you sing really well," and then he becomes the singer at church,
and they just think they can rip everything.
And it's like, "Oh, yeah, you actually can't sing just because your parents said you can."
Yeah,
yeah.
Listen,
she actually
does.
Can.
She have a bad voice? No. Does she spend? Is she all over the place? And there's no way that if you weren't Prodigy, you can't support this. Yes, she can't do what she's trying to do.
Yeah.
But holy shit, she's trying to do it.
I would say when she's singing in her chest voice, her pitch is better.
Better.
It's when she gets into her mix to her upper register that it's whoo.
But even the upper register, she can support a note. She tries to do these riffs and runs and ooh-ah, vowel bends, and that's where she gets in trouble.
Yeah.
You just it's not quite like Ray Gun at the Olympics, but
right.
You're not Billie Holiday. I know you quoted her as an influence, but shit, that will never be you.
Now we've talked about the band.
Yeah.
And the band is phenomenal, except there's a flute part that comes in sharp.
I know.
And then mellows out. But the cool thing is, did you hear the buzz flute?
I did hear the buzz flute. Is that what you call it? No, I know what you're talking about.
I think that's the term. So the idea is as a flautist, you play a note and sing a harmony on top of it, which is really hard to do.
I mean, just go watch Anchorman. It's really easy.
Yeah.
Yas flute.
Yeah. There's a professor at Berkeley who was phenomenal at it. She could do an entire solo harmonizing with herself.
Which is so sick.
Yeah.
Being able to sing over your own sound hole and know that your intonation on your flute is there the whole time.
Yeah. So it's unfortunate that it comes in sharp because then when they pull off the trick comes out of, she lands the trick. Or I don't know, she or he, I don't know who the flutist is, but they land the trick. But
which is testament to the band.
Yeah.
Also, quick testament to the band on this one. So we're 2 songs in. We've now used the same chord trick twice in a row, which feels like a major 4 modulation.
Yep.
But it's not. It's diatonically there. She sings blue notes all over the thing. It does not matter.
Right.
So it's like this lift that was real popular coming into the 70s.
Yeah.
You heard Chicago do it later in life, Rare Earth do it later in life.
Yep.
You heard Patti LaBelle's tunes do it later on.
Yep.
But you also end up with this straight to swing
With
hard pull. And you do it once, you're awesome. You do it twice, okay, you're like in a genre. You do it most of the songs on your album, you're a gimmick.
It is a gimmick. And you mix in not the straight to swing, which happens most of the songs on this album, but then accompany that with accelerando and retardando. Like there are
That's speed up and slow down for you retardandos out there.
right, and fermata for days.
And Fermata is a hold.
Yes.
Where they just will hold a note, which we will say, like, that's really hard in 68 in a studio.
Right. That's why there's a conductor.
That's precisely because here, I mean, we're speaking to you through a couple SM7Bs talking through a preamp into Pro Tools, and Pro Tools I can hard mark any point and I can change a tempo, and it would be in our ears that we're not wearing, and we have tech for that. It's really actually quite impressive.
It is.
And I have to say this about her. It's quite impressive. Laura, props. May you rest in peace. Like, way to like sing and direct your band. And if there's one thing this album isn't or is, it's tight as hell. The musical performance, flat, sharp, overspoken, underspoken content, whatever it might be, to put aside, it's a very impressive musical performance.
Yes.
It's
I wish
accurate in the same way that like people go on YouTube and watch a guy play Fire and Flames at 240. Like,
Yeah.
it's accurate as all get out.
I actually wish I liked this. And I think the key thing for me, my lack of enjoyment, is it's not that there are a lot of ideas, it's that no idea marinates for more than 4 bars.
No, there's not one good idea. Just give me one. I
Yeah.
couldn't sing you back a hook from this entire album.
No.
That's
I-
a
no.
problem, y'all.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of information. And so I would rather this song be 7 minutes long with all of these ideas than, 2:45 or something like that?
It's insane. You feel like they condensed it in there.
Yeah.
It's compressed.
Yeah, because if you put this song into a 7-minute, fix a couple of the intonation problems and let the ideas develop, you might have something. Because this whole thing, there's a lot of musical theater aspects in that. And what I mean by that is when you are doing musical theater or opera or anything like that, all these holds, accelerandos, retardandos, all that kind of stuff is important to convey the drama and to in the stage direction. There's a lot of stuff that goes on, and sometimes there are parts. So in opera, you have your arias, which are the beautiful parts, and the recitative, which is I've just got to get dialogue out.
Yep.
Right. And musical theater follows a lot of that as well. And usually the hits are the arias, right?
Yeah.
And even though sometimes there's some fun, especially since I only understand English in musical theater, sometimes the exposition of dialogue can be pretty fun musically.
Of course, because you have to be like clever about how you use it, or you use accents with the band on certain phrases.
Right. So if you're telling a story, that's what's happening here, and that is dripped throughout this whole thing. However, I don't know I've ever heard any musical theater that will only do like just 2 bars of an idea, 2 bars of an idea, 4 bars of an idea, and never like come back.
Well, there's no story in that sense.
Right.
You're just hammering away at lyrics.
Yeah.
Well, that's what that tune feels like.
Yeah.
We have to move.
Yep. To the drinking song.
Yes. which I actually quite like.
Okay. Which is?
Sweet Blindness.
Sweet Blindness.
Yeah, so Sweet Blindness, by the way, takes a little bump up on streaming likes, which is nice. And I see why. My note was, this actually sounds like the girl who would steal her parents' booze.
Yeah. And I love the way it's, I wish, again, back on the ideas, it starts off sounding like a Sonny and Cher song.
Yes, indeed it does. And it's got some incredibly distinct tempo changes that are wild, like not fathomable. If someone came into my studio and wanted to record these, like we would both probably entertain it for a little, but also try and talk them out.
Right.
It's
Or
kind of crazy.
Or you would convert it to, we talked on
A cut time
or metric modulation where I can like slice and dice
4/3. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have to program it because there's no way we're like in like short range. They don't, the wild person who walks into this studio would not have the budget to support me sitting through this.
Right. That's why, again, you need a conductor to make that. Unless you're going to do what we just said, the nerdy things, metric modulation or halftime, cut time, you need a conductor to just sit there and just direct the band.
Now, this sounds like a show tune.
Oh, yeah.
It also just sounds like a reckless ADHD chick who is kind of... Is this the one that they hit the 3-3 or 5-5-3, 6-5-3? You know, like
Yep.
a ton.
Yep.
Nanny nanny boo boo for those.
Yeah.
It's
please,
essentially her chorus.
yeah, it's the please don't tell my mother I'm a moonshine lover. Come on, baby, do a slow float. You're a good-looking riverboat.
Oh, I love that. That's a great line.
Yeah.
Steal my daddy's wine. That's the whole premise of this.
Yep.
And it has these 3 really big tempo changes.
Yeah.
I actually really like this song. I think this is one of my favorite songs on the album because if this is what was first portrayed, I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah. I have a hard time abiding by that she ain't going to tell us what she's been drinking outro with her. Because unfortunately, when she goes high, in this podcast's opinion, her voice does not sound good.
Her voice, unfortunately, does not sound good high. You're right.
Right. And so the outro of this, I'm with you to the outro.
Yeah, but her group sing thing, like I'm good with this song. Mm-hmm. It's a new look. She sounds like she's having fun and not trying, and I think I like that for her.
Yeah. And Fifth Dimension covered this song in 1968, and they got number 13 on the Billboard charts.
So good tune.
Yeah, it's not a bad tune.
This is the first 3 is the first I listened to by a long run. Not because it's the best band song, by the way. I actually like the band in the first 2 tunes more, Lou and Lucky.
Yep.
But I really think that this feels like the artist at home. Does that make more sense?
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like looking for reasons to give her some kudos.
I know we're crapping hard on it because there's so much.
I'm crapping hard because she's such a tryhard.
Yeah.
Like, I never want to come into these critical like this. But it's like with her pipes, she could have made like a really solid, thought out album, and we wouldn't shit on her. But she just oversins constantly.
Yeah, and Charlie, her producer, didn't rein her in. And
That's his fault too.
Yeah.
By the way, you get a talent like her. By the way, she outsings most people. Mm-hmm. If you were to look at like data, like does she outsing 89% of the human population? Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
96, maybe. She sings better than me, but we have extreme scrutiny. You're calling this top 500 album. I'm also looking at the competition in 1968. I'm looking at female singers, and she's just trying to do everything. She clearly can't. And their answer was, no, just don't stop singing.
Yeah, there's a brilliant mind in here that just needed to be tamed.
Indeed. And under better direction, I feel like you could have a much better result.
Yeah.
And there's a reason her songs are selling and her songs are being played by others. They obviously have legs.
There's a there.
Thank you. But anyway, of the three, I'll actually take this of everything we've heard so far.
I kind of feel like I prefer Poverty Train.
Number 4. First of all, a laughable title. Okay. Talk to me about your Poverty Train, Daniel.
So this song is about drug addiction,
Sure.
specifically heroin. And it's believed to be inspired by her own actually experience with LSD and the later accidental. All right, how many intentional? But this is accidental heroin overdose of her cousin. Like, I suppose they're intentional.
I mean, heroin overdose is inevitable.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
Yeah.
But sad nonetheless.
yeah. So this song starts off kind of weird because there's a hard, like, distorted fuzz guitar in your left ear.
Jimmy.
Shout out to our YouTube
Lovers,
morons.
haters.
I don't know. And then some really cool, like, acoustic blues licks that come in after it. So it starts off like we got something.
Yes.
And to me, the reason this song comes in favorable for me is this song. She comes in with the best timbre in her vocal timbre, I think, on the album on this one. And so I'm not like wanting to gouge my ears out when she goes in that high register.
I'll buy it.
But the weird thing here is the entire track, like the main instruments. Here's the critique: hard pan in the left ear.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what they're cutting it with is that hi-hat that sounds like
Yeah, the sock cymbal.
someone's like making body armor in the background.
Yeah,
It's really, really aggressive. And the thing about her is, yes, I'll give you that. I appreciated her approach.
Mm-hmm.
She has no dynamic control.
no.
She goes from like, I will whisper, and then she has mezzo, forte, and forte. That's it.
Yeah,
There's no soft singing, no sensual, no mouth sound. Everything she does is, I feel the earth move. Like, she just blurts everything she does. A better singer would make for a better song here.
So the funny thing about this is a song where it's about heroin, except for the ending's about cocaine, and she's more of a cocaine sounding gal to me
I'd say,
as far as her energy.
as far as words per minute.
Yeah. You talk about the hi-hat. I think the rest of the drums though sound fantastic on this track. The bass drum, if Miranda Lambert's producer used this bass drum,
Matt, we coming for you.
it's not Matt. I
No,
love
Matt did a
Chamberlain.
great time.
Yeah.
Matt Chamberlain.
Yeah. This song is a rough listen on headphones because with the entire main part of the track, hard pan left, bass and flute in the right ear, drums and vocals right down the middle.
God, I love the instrumentation though. Every
Yeah.
time that flute comes in, I'm stoked.
Mm-hmm.
I want to like this song. I just simply don't.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's free country.
Speaking of songs I don't like, song number 5, Lonely Woman.
So this is where I really actually appreciate Chuck Rainey's bass playing.
Oh, it's Chuck.
Chuck Rainey is playing bass on this.
Oh, poor guy.
He's crushing this album.
No, it's him on all the tracks.
All the tracks.
Oh, I'm not surprised. It's such good. The background music is good. Mm-hmm. The production generally quite good.
Yeah. So Chuck Rainey, for the uninitiated,
That's a good way to put it.
yeah, want to talk about some albums that Chuck
What hasn't Chuck Rainey been on?
Right.
I mean, so he was
he was on Steely Dan
Yep.
on Asia.
Well, he was on some of Asia.
Yes, he was.
But if you
On
look
Peg.
yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
So Chuck Rainey famously
Yeah.
turned his back to Donald and Walter and did slap bass when he was advised not to.
Yep.
He's played with everybody though. He's played with James Taylor. He's played with I hate being put on the spot during this goddamn
all
show. Hold on, I will figure out more.
Well, Chuck Rainey is a legend.
Carole King.
Yes, Carole.
Thank
yes,
you.
Carole King.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
Chuck Rainey's a monster. He's a must-knower in the
Yep.
bass community, if you're listening. And I'm not surprised. It sounds like him.
Yeah. The other part of this song that I do like is Zoot Sims on saxophone.
I don't know who that is.
Zoot Sims, he comes from like the vaudevillian days, and he probably has 100 albums to his name. He's just a fantastic.
He just got hired by everybody.
Yeah, and the sax part on this I think, is beautiful. It just really comes in. It's subdued from the production, like it's there, but it's dialed back in the mix a little bit as you do this. I really enjoy that part of this. This might be my number 2 probably because of Zoot Sims. However,
You understand why this is not my number 2, right?
yes, because her singing starts off fine, and then about 3 minutes in, I don't know what happens.
It's not even her singing starts off fine. I hate her theme. I'm sorry. Blues and white women.
She's lonely. This is a song about loneliness and isolation.
She makes a very bold statement in the song.
Yeah? And which statement is that?
No one knows blues like white women.
Right.
I'm like, okay, bitch.
Yeah.
Who wrote the blues? I'm a little pissy. I was sitting on the MARC train yesterday going down to a gig in DC on public transportation. And there's this girl who does literally like fake scatted half an album in my face for my 6th time. No one knows. I'm like, oh, shut your bitch. Like, you're fine. You're fine. You grew up with wealthy parents in a good area. You have a music career.
But did you know in 1968, women could still not get a credit card without a man's co-signature?
I'm sure that sucked so much ass.
It's true. In my lifetime, it was still true.
How many people's meals did she have to cook? She have her kids taken away from her? No. She didn't even have fucking kids.
No, I'm
Shut
I'm
up.
with
white-
you. I'm with you.
Shut up, white woman.
Yeah.
Coming from white man, I understand the irony here. But like, authenticity's already been an issue with her
Yep.
here. Get it? Like, she's been trying to like blues and scat an entire album so far and oversing. She's oversing this entire album thus far. And then she wants to break down and like give me like a field hymn for a moment. I'm like, you are not selling me. That's what it comes down to. I don't like it. It gives me the yucks. Don't do that. Who thought this was a good idea?
Is this your equivalent if he hit me? Do you remember that song?
No, I know the song from the Ronettes. No, but that's that's 2 different things. Hit me is just abuse. It's gross.
Right.
This is cultural appropriation.
True.
And like, don't get me wrong, y'all. I'm like, sure, I'm Maryland Blue, but nonetheless, like, it's just so many people have done this and done this better. And it's like, why do you have to go try and rob the honeypot too? If she was a good singer, I'd give it to her. She's not.
She's not.
You're not convincing. You're not Billie Holiday. You're not. I mean, dude, we were talking about Rainey, right? Mm-hmm. He was Aretha's bass player.
Right.
Like, Aretha Franklin would destroy this song.
Yeah.
Laura
Nyro.
not destroy the song. The irony there actually is hilarious.
Yeah,
right?
that's why I made sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Am I saying something that makes some sense here? Help me out.
I'm trying to throw something into this album because, spoiler alert, I have nothing good to say about the rest of the record.
Oh no, that's me too. Look, read my notes. Look at number 5.
Yeah.
What does it say, Daniel?
I hate this.
That's it. This is cringy.
Yeah.
And by the way, by now, how good your band is worn off on me. Mm-hmm. You can only give me Broadway's best backup band for a while.
Yeah.
Until like I'm not forgiving what I think is supposed to be a concept album. I'm not forgiving this. I'm like kind of tired.
Yeah. So let's move on.
Great. 6. Eli's coming.
Did you know that she performed an early version of this song in her junior high school music class to demonstrate that rock and roll was a legitimate art form?
I respect that.
This is not rock and roll.
Not at all. It's also not pop.
No.
So
But
she was
Night-
wrong than we are.
Three Dog Night did a cover of this.
And Three Dog Night fucks.
Yeah.
I'm
love
not
Joy
hip
to
to
the
their
World.
cover of this, but I like Three Dog Night.
Yeah. And Joy to the World is a perfect song.
This is Fugue Date meets Age of Aquarius.
Yep.
The drumming is really good.
It is.
It reminds me of old Chicago.
There's a lot of Saturday in the Park throughout this.
Oh, the entire album reeks of some of the best music of its time.
Yeah.
It's just like someone decided to like karaoke the whole way over it.
Yeah. And I'll say the song also does have some nice like background female harmonies. I don't know if there's anyone else singing with her, but it actually speaks to how you can get away with a few crimes of intonation with harmonies because you have like the friction of harmonies, but when she sings her unisons, it's like, oh.
Well, she has good harmonic ideas. So the funny part is when you listen to her stack her harmonies, which she does the entire album. Mm-hmm. There's not a single time I can point out where there's a other voice that's not hers. To me, sorry for the cough break. That's not a matter of budget. It's clear because the musicianship's unreal.
Well,
it's
you've
a
got
matter
a full
of
orchestra.
It's a matter of ego.
Yeah.
I want to harmonize myself. No one's ever done that and sounded great. Sorry, challenge me. Bring it. What's our email?
Our email is backwardsbeatspodcast@gmail.com.
Instagram.
At Backwards Beats Podcast.
Show me an album where someone did all of their own harmonies in a meaningful way. Not like it never had harmonies except for 2 and they did them once.
Say like the Harry Styles album is a lot of him harmonizing himself.
I guarantee you there's 9 people on there who aren't him. When you look at his Tiny
Billie
Desk
Eilish
concert,
harmonizes with herself all over the place. It's awesome.
I'm sure she does. There's harmonizing with yourself and there's insisting on making harmony walls of yourself.
Yeah.
And when you're auto-tuning and snotting yourself out now and day, so sure be it. You could pitch tune. You can harmonize yourself and kick it down in the octave. This is a different game. She had access to having people not once on this album. You don't hear a male vocal. You don't hear a vocal that's I'm pretty confident at this point. It's always her singing over her. It's jarring.
I think you're right. I
wouldn't say it if I didn't think I was either.
I might need to fact check you on one thing in a break, but if you're not right, you're 99% right.
There's a lot of it.
Yep.
Gobs of it. And it just sounds like the Laura show. And so if you're not a fan of Laura, which I'm not, I'm out.
So from a musical theater perspective, this song is the finale of Act 1.
That sounds about right. I wrote it's just birth chanting and great horns.
And it really recapitulates because I would say the previous 2 songs, Poverty Train and Lonely Woman, are not as ADHD as the beginning of the album.
Agreed. And if you actually want to like push in, you could argue Sweet Blindness was a bud of its own.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
It totally different tune than the first 2. The first 2 seem like Lou and Lucky feel like they're like the structure they wrote this in.
Yeah.
Feels like the boilerplate for kind of where you're going to go, which is like soulful blues pop singing over Broadway jazz chart.
Yep.
Is that a big enough net?
Yeah.
Do that. Here's a song about drinking in a field that's a little weird and I kind of like. Reminds me of some of the other stuff like Belle and Sebastian.
That's gonna.
Yeah, thank you. Then you get the Poverty Train, which I don't know. You can call that whatever you want to call it. And then you get the offensive tune, which is Lonely Woman. And then you come back to Eli's Coming. It isn't boilerplate per se,
No, it's not.
but it still fits that somehow.
Just because the arrangement, again, impressive. It's idea after idea after idea after idea after
Let it
idea
breathe,
with no breath in between.
Okay.
But we do have some Age of Aquarius.
They can't get away from it.
No.
I think that's just part of the time.
Yep.
Embrace the thing.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm bored.
Me too. Bye.
Cloud brew. It's coffee you don't drink. Are you tired of drinking your coffee like a peasant? Burning your tongue? Spilling it on your grundle? Upgrade your caffeine delivery system with Cloud Brew, the world's first coffee vaporizer. Each pod contains ethically and ethnically confused beans, micro-roasted and micro-dosed by former monks in the hills of Oregon, because backstory sells. And so does sex. Just pop in your pod, set your wattage to pretentious fuck, and inhale pure, uncut Blue Mountain essence. You'll taste notes of wet paperback and artisan dust. You'll feel the overwhelming urge to explain your pour-over technique at a Ruby Tuesday's bar to a complete stranger. Cloud Brew. It's not about caffeine. It's about status and eye rolls and cosplaying cyberpunk smoking devices. You really can't taste the woodpecker pecker. Why do my nips itch?
Anyway, I was told that there's a gel for that, and you can buy it, off the shelf as long as you're not in a state that is south of North Carolina.
But what about north of South Carolina?
Well, then you're fine, I assume, as long as you're on the East Coast. I can't speak towards Kentucky.
Mm-hmm. Hey, speaking of Kentucky, we've recently picked up a listener or two from Kentucky. We've been devoid of Kentucky listeners until October. So welcome, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
We're so glad you guys have internet finally.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been a fan of your product for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Popeyes does it better.
They do.
Anyway, happy to have you here.
Yeah.
And do keep listening. And if you want to send us your best chicken example, we'll never turn that down. Though if you do send it via snail mail, we're not eating that. Okay. Let's get to the back half of this thing. Song number 7 is called Timer. Edgy.
What is this hate crime of an introduction?
I wrote, this just ain't good. Then she sings a great scale.
I don't know what happens. The beginning is terrible.
Yeah, so not good. We're talking about the first 20 seconds for those who care.
Yep.
But then she has this sudden brilliant operatic moment where she sings perfect notes in the descending order.
Yeah.
It's not like a traditional diatonic scale. It's kind of like a hacked away pentatonic scale.
Mm-hmm.
But you're like, there's skill here.
Yeah, there is. And, with as much as we've been crapping on this, there's skill and ambition behind this whole compilation of music. But when you get to this song, we had a hard time with the album "Here, My Dear" by
Marvin Gaye.
And he is a national treasure.
We will say time and time again.
Yes.
We are Marvin Gaye fans through and through.
That album is a disaster. And this is probably the most "Hear My Dear" song on this album.
Sure. It actually reminds you of it.
Yeah.
And furthermore, like Marvin Gaye, it's wild to see so much talent at a doorstep, but not be a good listen. I'm not convinced Laura's a bad musician. In fact, I think she's a probably a very good musician.
She composed these songs, and again, a lot of ideas, a lot of complex ideas.
And a lot of good performance moments, as noted. Just, it's like you threw everything at the wall and didn't edit any of it, right?
Yeah. Now, people have said that this song is a contemplation about the passage of time and mortality, speculating that it came after her cancer diagnosis. And I don't know how that can be the case because of when she died. But
I say 68's a little early.
yeah, after a cancer diagnosis, not her. So
Got
could be
it.
a friend. Yeah,
So
yeah.
could be a moment. The problem here is that you get this intro.
Yeah.
It's deceiving. This is the side B, right? The turn of the album.
Yeah.
And within, 45 seconds to a minute, you're back into the same old song. It's felt like we've listened to this entire album.
Yeah, there's like a march that goes into like this sort of strut vibe. This is all like Tin Pan Alley.
Are we
like,
doing Straight to Swing again? You bet we are.
Yeah.
It's like we could call it, right? Like blind. We could play our poker hand up at this point. It has like the shuffle swing thing it does.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like it's trying to be Carole King.
She's not Carole King.
Not even close. Dope xylophone part.
Yeah.
Or I'd say it's a xylophone. It sounds thicker than a glockenspiel. That was a nice little use of space.
Sure.
But outside of this, once again, you're trying to sell me a song I don't believe in now.
This might be my least favorite song on most albums.
Wow. Now that you say it that way, I might be with you. If you were to look at all the albums we've listened to this season, I put this in the bottom 5.
Yep.
Because it doesn't mean anything to me. It's so devoid of soul.
Yeah. This whole experience has been very difficult to get through.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Song number 8.
Stone Soul Picnic.
Hey, I like this song.
Even with the fake words.
Hey, I like this song.
Surrey is not a verb.
Don't care.
It's not a verb.
I'm aware. But man, I like this song.
Okay.
This
Help convince me.
to me is like Sweet Blindness. They are in the same pack.
Sure.
It's just a celebration getting jacked up in the field. It feels hippy dippy. She's not, she's over singing it because of course she is.
Yeah.
But not in like the most offensive way. I guess like it's compressed in a way, or like the band is up to her level and there's 9 of her singing each part. She can only do limited amount of damage to the brick wall.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It does. And there are some bones here because Fifth Dimension had a major hit with the cover of this song.
Well, that's the one I was hip to
Yeah.
before this.
Yes.
I like hers. Dude, that guitar at the beginning, like staccato is an understatement. It's like, it's like
Yeah, there's almost no pitch to it.
it's like
yeah.
shooting like a 22.
Yeah.
I'm cool with this song.
I'm cool with
Not because it's great, but because it's not every other song on this album.
Sure. I'll go for that. And I'll go for there's a part about 2 minutes in where the groove changes like to this really funky thing with conga, and it's awesome.
It's a
and
good groove.
And
It's
it
a
lasts
really
for
good
10 seconds, and it's like, what the hell? But it becomes the outro.
Yes. So this is that moment in like Neon,
Yep.
not to compare John Mayer to this at all. But
Neon
right,
is a
like or
fantastic song.
well, here if we're gonna do the John Mayer thing, he does this thing. He did Embodies Wonderland too.
Mm-hmm.
You get this kiss of like a brilliant bridge section or like a jam. That is this. But
Fine, I'll say that, but I couldn't disagree with you more.
yes,
but I understand what you're saying.
get what I'm saying. It's the example I have that lives in my head.
Yes,
I hate to compare it to this.
it doesn't belong the same. It doesn't
Yes.
It doesn't deserve the same oxygen or anything.
Y'all, Dan's very unhappy. Dan is getting angry.
Emmy,
Song number 9. God, we still have 4 to go.
we got 4 to go.
Okay, let's go.
So Frankie Valli does a really cool cover of this song.
Well, sure, and I'll even say that she had me fooled. Mm-hmm. For like the first 10 seconds. She did this to us on Lou.
Yeah.
Song number 2. She took her voice down. She starts singing in a dynamic, present way that meets the song. And then this bitch has to belt. Then she has to go straight to the races yet again.
Yeah.
And just sing her face off as if everything is the grand finale.
Yeah. This song has bones for sure. Just the performance on this. In the back half of the song is like through composed. It's just verbal diarrhea.
My notes are unclear, but I think I know where I was going. Who's the woman who notes Dorothy's ruby slippers in...
Glinda?
Yeah, what was her role, though?
She was the Good Witch of the North.
She was no witch.
Yeah, she was the Wicked Witch of the West nice sister.
And so she was the...
She's actually the worst because she says, oh, you could have done this the whole time. And instead, why don't you go through this drug trip and deal
But
with
what's her title? She's the Wicked Witch of the North?
The Good Witch of the North.
Oh, the Good Witch.
Yeah.
Good. My notes say, I too want to fuck the Good Witch of the North. I don't know why I said that, but it reminded me very much of that mood.
Yeah. The song's fine. I prefer the Johnny Mandel song, Emily, which was recorded by Frank Sinatra.
That's sick.
It's a really good version of a song called Emily. It's not this song. But are you familiar with Singers Unlimited?
No.
So you're probably familiar with Pentatonics.
I very.
So Singers Unlimited is like the 1972 version of them. So there is nothing helping them sing perfect harmonies. And
No, they were just ripping.
Yeah.
Was it a 5-piece too?
I believe so, yeah.
Got it.
Take 6 credits, Singers Unlimited, as like, oh, you guys showed us the map.
You're the ones, yeah.
And if you ever want to hear a fantastic piece of music, listen to Singers Unlimited. You listen to the song. It's called Emily. They do another one, Try to Remember. They do a bunch of Beatles tunes as well. I believe it's off their album Acapella #1. We should check it out.
Hot title.
They're I don't know how they can be so in tune with each other. It's fantastic because there's no ornamentation. They're just
because they
talented.
listen to each other.
Yeah,
That's a start.
yeah. So that's the best thing I have to say about the song Emmy.
Hurrah!
There's another song called Emily that I like better.
Let's move on. Song number 10.
Woman's Blues.
Cool. There's actually kind of a gnarly thing going on in this tune if you skip the beginning.
Okay, explain more.
The band sounds really cool about halfway through.
Yeah,
It gets really like wildly groovy.
yeah, it does. It does.
I'm into it, and it reminds me of old Chicago. Mm-hmm. I keep going back to that because that's what I grew up on, and I hear the trappings of these like cool open back drum sounds, some cool fat back drumming where you're really like leaning into the fun swing stuff, complementing horn lines, these moving bass parts where they'll like jump up an octave and play really aggressive dong 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 like lines.
Yep.
And it's a really nice feel.
Did you know that this song was sampled in the hip hop song Armand Asante by Hot Carl?
Hot Carl. For those who haven't looked at Urban Dictionary, please do right now. Pause what you're doing. Go to Urban Dictionary. I didn't know there was a hip hop artist named Hot Carl.
Yeah.
Nor did I know that they had the ability to sample this.
Yeah.
Let's go, Hot Carl. The running joke here is that some dude in college decided to call me Hot Carl. Mm-hmm. And it stuck. Mm-hmm. Most people started calling me Hot Carl. And I mean, probably 87% of them have no idea why I'm called Hot Carl. And they don't think it's because I'm pretty, because I'm not.
Yeah.
It's a gross sex move.
It is. It was also sampled in a song called The Way You Do by Carl Thomas featuring
Another
Kanye West.
Carl? Shut up.
Featuring Kanye West.
Hold on. So Carl Thomas,
Yeah.
he did a cover. Oh, I know Carl Thomas. He's
Yep.
an R&B guy. Okay. So Hot Carl, the hip hop guy, and Carl Thomas all sampled what tune? Woman's Blues?
Woman's Blues. Yeah.
Okay, we're on 10.
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
in 2004. But I just wanted to mention, since Hot Carl.
My sweet namesake.
Yeah,
I was in a band called Hot Carl and the Brown Note Experience.
that is correct.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
What do you think about this great song?
I
Besides the fact that the middle of the song is pretty sick.
Yeah, the horn orchestration has
So good.
so good. The trombones, like French horns, they play some really like the tight harmonies. And then when
And
the
they fucking throw it away.
yeah, but then when the Age of Aquarius comes back in the funky blues section, that's when the tambourine nightmares strike.
How do you have such a beautifully balanced band this entire album and have the word just you're like, nope, everybody plus 28 decibels tambourine now.
And
Just
then
stick it right in her face.
and so then
With a poor tambourine performance, I may add.
yeah, it's not like really in time with anything. It's
And they
just-
like stop at like not where they like stop at the 3 rather than the 4.
Yep.
What's going on, guys?
I don't know. The band overall sounds great other than that.
Yeah, fire
go-
the tambo guy.
she go-
Because Laura's the tambo guy.
Yeah, it could be. Or maybe it's just vibrating off her what she's singing, because when she goes into her mix, like the intonation goes in the toilet.
Bye. Yeah, she just by the mix, he means it's kind of this autonomous zone between your chest and your head voice.
It's really difficult for a lot of people who, well, obviously good singers can do this, but when you're going from your chest voice to your head voice, so you basically have your chest voice, head voice, and then falsetto on top of that. And there's it's like there's a bridge area that you have to go through, and it's a challenge because there's
Real singers train themselves to sing through it.
yeah, because essentially it's like I can hit this note in either range.
What's the appropriate one based upon where I'm going, the context of the song, where I need to be singing volume wise? They take these things into account.
Yeah.
She just doesn't care.
And she lives in the mix half the time.
She belts everything.
Yeah.
Everything she does is full bore. Mm-hmm. No bueno.
No bueno.
All right. That's Spanish for next. Once it was all right now. Parentheses. Farmer Joe.
What?
That's the song name.
Oh, right.
Oh man. What do you think?
So the horns come in. Sounds like everybody needs somebody from the Blues Brothers.
Actually, these horns are fire.
They are. Yeah.
These are so good.
Yeah.
This song is like kind of fitting on her for a while. Mm-hmm. Like, I like the way she sounds on it. She's not overperforming.
Yep.
Until she is.
Until she is.
But we have like a whole good like minute and 20 seconds.
When then the song suddenly switches from Blues Brothers to Spandau Ballet.
Which is hilarious because why does every single song have to have a speed bump? This trope is old now, guys.
Yeah.
Now we're bitching at your arranger.
Yep.
Now we're going, okay, this is boring as hell. Please stop. Like, give us a song that sounds cohesive from front to back.
Yeah. This is just bipolar.
It's not cute anymore.
No.
It's like everything is you trying to make a statement. We're going to put an exclamation point on everything. We're going extra on everything. We're going to let her sing off the chains and rails. I'm going to use my assets and good band and good recording equipment to make kind of unhinged music.
Yeah. Can you imagine? I mean, there definitely were charts written for this.
Has to be.
And the thing is, with studio musicians, I bet you they just like sight read this stuff on top of it. Like that's
Well, it sounds like pit orchestra.
yeah. There's this whole class of musicians, these unsung heroes, these studio performers who are top notch musicians that you've never heard of half of these people.
Well, there's like obviously the Wrecking Crew.
Yeah,
But there's like 900 more of them.
yeah.
I swear there are.
And they just walk in, they sit down, and charts are thrown in front of them. They get one or two takes, and they're done.
And the studio's like, I know a guy who'll do this for $50.
Yeah, yeah. And so kudos to those people.
Yeah. I hope they didn't have to suffer through the final.
Chuck Rainey,
I know. But Chuck was working.
he was working.
He was playing with Steely Dan. He's fine. He's playing with Aretha. He's fine. He's playing with Quincy Jones. Mm-hmm. Like, Chuck did just fine. See, now that I'm not on the
spot.
spotlight, I can rail off Chuck Rainey's resume.
Yeah, I apologize for doing it because I figured you'd just be able to just go.
No, it's always hard, man. I do this to you all the time too. I'm like, you know what song it sounds like? You're like,
No. I don't know what it sounds like to you.
It's unfair.
Yeah.
You're like, just the Macarena. You know, everything sounds like the Macarena.
Yeah, let's just sock it to the railroad, baby.
Okay. Yeah, great horns. Goodbye. Number 12, December's Boudoir.
Do you mind if I tell you my experience with this song?
Sure.
Okay.
Give it to me, baby.
The song starts with a nice and dark and sultry vocal tone, and I feel like I can trust it. Will we explore one single idea?
For the first time on this album.
The harp comes in and we get a modulation. Okay, but the tempo is close to the same. Nice oboe and cello. Really nice. I think we're good. We modulate 2 more times. Oboe's still nice. Harp is nice. Oh, another modulation. Okay, now she's improvising a bit. Okay, I think we're back. We're good. Wait, where the hell is this timpani going to take us? Her voice is going higher. There's some jazzy notes. God damn it, now we're in a 3/4 waltz. Okay, it's only 8 bars. We're back. Are we now singing about marzipan?
Yes, we are.
And we finish with a minor major 7.
Oh, Dan came.
Those are my only notes.
Those timpani were not in tune at all. The piano wasn't even in tune. And Lord knows she wasn't.
No.
What a shit show. But unlike anything we've heard,
It's actually the most consistent
respect.
song. Yes.
It was like a whole thought.
Yeah.
Oh, exhausting. My notes say at around 2:20, this song is particularly bad. Nothing is in tune. Just scroll into 2:20 and listen to what I have to say. There's like 6 sound sources and none of them agree.
Yeah. But
The idea, I will finally go like, oh, wow. Y'all ran out of swing straight shuffle, blah da ba da ba da ba choruses streaming in our face.
yeah. And this probably is one of the top 10 songs ever written about marzipan.
Oh yeah, for sure. Maybe top 5.
Yeah.
Was it almond candy? I'm not even sure. Ugh, kill me in the face. Let's move to this album's end, which is number 13, The Confession, as it should be.
Yeah.
And this song is not regarded as its highest listen base. In fact, the past 5 go 315, but then it's 173, 166, 136, 198. That's 198,000. That's not very many listens. In fact, the top ranker on this entire album,
Nothing breaks a million.
no, not even close. Eli's Coming is the thing closest at 9,500,000.
Yeah. The Three Dog Night version, 5 million.
That sounds about right.
Yep.
Better. What do you think about The Confession?
Do, 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 do.
Yeah, Simon Garfunkel vibes all over the place. Love the drumming in this song. There's like a aggressive brush thing in our face.
And Chuck Rainey is playing some very choice notes in this.
It's driving and good. And honestly, I got to be honest, like, it's not my least favorite performance of hers. You know who she reminds me of here?
Who?
This is going to be so sacrilege.
Am I going to throw an empty beer bottle at you?
You might.
Okay.
Because the singer I'm about to quote is significantly better. She's doing like a Grace Slick type of thing here. Type of thing. Type of thing. Get it?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
What did you just pick up off the table to throw me? It's a beer cap. And somehow you've managed to fold in half out of pure sadness.
Yeah.
But she's channeling it. It's holding what would become that like hippy dippy 70s thing, which is, I'll make the argument, that's her lane in Stone Soul Picnic. and that's her lane in Sweet Blindness.
Blindness, yeah, sorry.
If I just had her as like floozy hippie chick singing about druggy things in a loose environment, I would not be so critical. It's when she thinks she's pop, soul, jazz, blues singer aficionado with 3 octave, and I deserve to be on Broadway, but I also deserve to be at the Blue Note. It's pretentious.
Her producer should have gut checked her. She's not without ideas, not without passion, not without
Her flummox, yeah.
her flummox. But this
It's a
album
joke.
hurts.
It does. Guys, I see how a lesser mind, and certainly not a musical mind, could hear the sheer amount of notes and singing that's going on and be like, look, quantitative data, me put on list. This is not a good vocal performance almost ever.
No.
In fact, it's just not. There aren't good moments. She didn't do anything stunning.
No.
She didn't do anything that wouldn't get her kicked out of Peabody. The reason we even were able to go this long is because the band's really good.
They're phenomenal.
They put some resources behind her, eh?
Yeah. So?
No, I would not hit this.
Okay, you would not hit this. Okay.
Dude, are you kidding me?
Well, we have to say
Yeah.
it.
Hey, oh yeah, for you listeners.
Yes.
No, put this down as a big fat red X on both of our sheets.
Yeah. So you would not hit this. Does it belong on the list?
Negative. It does not belong on the list. This is some nepotism. Like this is bullshit, y'all.
The way I have to phrase this, I think, is so this is the 38th album that we have reviewed on this list.
Yes.
And of those 38, I would say that there are 3 that are like, what are you talking about, Rolling Stone magazine?
I got 4, and I think I know where you're going with
Right.
this.
So the 3 that I have are This Disaster, Here My Dear, and then There's a Special Place in Hell for Suicide by Suicide.
Yep, there you go.
And that's my like indictment on Rolling Stone and whatever they've got going on in their skull for this. This is
It's not groundbreaking. Look, it's fancy playing and fancy singing, but fancy doesn't mean good.
it doesn't.
From a musical standpoint, please, some musician walk up and show me where you can say that the lyrical performance was appropriate over the musical performance. If you isolate these tracks, if you simply took out the singer, we've got, I think I said this earlier, I don't remember if it was on tape or not. You got like a good Bob James thing going on, but before Bob James.
Yep.
Because that's way better. This is reminiscent musically of really good Broadway. It's reminiscent of Rare Earth and Chicago and really cool, like coming up groove LSD stuff.
Yeah.
Though it's by all means never rockin' or even like it's kind of one note on that
Yep.
front either, or to say that. And arrangement wise, they use the same gimmicks over and over again, which also
It's tiring.
deducts points. You can only do the straight to swing thing so many times, and you do it every song with the exception of 2. And you can only do that 4 or 5 modulation thing so many times. You do it every song with the exception of 1 or 2. It's a one-trick pony.
No,
And
thank
then
you.
the person who's riding the pony, we don't happen to like. So I'm out. I don't like it.
That's fine. Can I ask you one other question?
Yeah, please.
What's in your ears?
Lawrence's career is popping off right now. You notice that?
Yeah.
Watched earlier Jacob Jeffries of note from hanging out with the greater Wolfman cadre. Was on stage with them recently live, and that sounded really good. I think that Gracie Lawrence specifically is just an unreal singer. So anytime I get a chance to dive in on her stuff, I know she had a cameo on a syndicated streaming service show.
Yeah.
And she kind of got a lot of limelight off of that. But yeah, Lawrence was in my ears most recent. I really like their recordings. If you look back, I guess probably almost 2 years ago, they were doing these recordings that were, I wouldn't call them a cappella, but you call them like shaved down or unplugged. Couple pianos in a room with a shit ton of good singers.
Yeah.
I reviewed those recently. That's what I've most recently listened to. What do you listen to?
Well, I've been pulled into a couple different areas here, but with the passing of drummer Jack DeJohnette,
Drummers are falling like flies. Between death and being fired from jam bands, it's insanity.
Yeah. And so I've been listening to, Jack DeJohnette, jazz drummer, if you don't know, has his own solo career, but really well known for his contributions to Keith Jarrett and Gary Peacock, the trio there.
That was the trio.
Yeah. Like a 30-year run of performances and albums. So I've been listening to Still Live, which is kind of the consummate, fantastic live album with a lot of jazz standards on there.
That was the Keith Jarrett entry point for me.
Yeah.
Which is so crazy.
Yeah.
He's such a tasteful drummer.
Yeah. And Jack DeJohnette has a special place in my heart because Jack was the featured performer at my freshman convocation at Berkeley. And it was just such an amazing performance that I sat there the second day of college, right, as I was there.
Just got to absorb him.
Yeah. It was just so cool. And then, of course, listening to Keith Jarrett, I feel like his piano playing, I don't know how to describe his sound. I say it's a very round, open sound versus an angular sound or a frenetic sound. Like you have an Oscar Peterson who's a million notes a second. But Keith Jarrett.
No, he's big chord shape.
Yeah.
Let it hold. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you sometimes have to get used to because he vocalizes his melodies, but not necessarily in a cool way. He's there's a little bit of that going on in the background with Keith Jarrett. But I listened to Still Live, Standards, Volume 1, Standards, Volume 2, phenomenal album. So I've been going heavy into the Keith Jarrett, Jack DeJohnette, rest in peace.
Rest in peace indeed.
Yeah.
And you said the word Still Live, which reminds me of Soul Live, which makes me perk the question. Have you checked out Eric Krasno's new project?
I'm aware it exists. I have not had a chance to put my ears on it.
Do you know what I'm talking about when it comes to composition of his band?
I just know that it's a thing.
It's like new Soul Live. So check this out. Ready? Kraz, Corey Henry, Sput. That's the band. It's literally new Soul Live.
Wow.
So and they call themselves the Master somethings. I don't know. I think it's actually kind of dumb. I also think it might be a little pretentious because between Corey and Kraz's ego, it can be there.
Yeah.
By the way, I say this assuming both these guys will hear this one day. I love both of you. You've influenced me heavily. However, you're known for kind of being the big guys in your craft. You want your stamp. And the band name is not exactly, I'm trying to remember, Master Sounds or something like that. It's very official. I know Sput's just stoked to be there. And he's so nasty at drums. It's going to be good, I promise you. But it's so funny because like Soul Live, it lacks a bass player. So you got to assume Corey Henry is going to do the Neil Evans thing.
Yeah. So if you don't know Corey Henry, there's a reason why he can back up any claims he has. Go look on YouTube, Corey Henry, 4 years old, Amazing Grace.
Yeah, dude. I ain't seen that one in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's about as filthy as it gets, and he's trying to figure out his path right now.
Yeah.
Claim to fame was, internet fame. He got really put on the books with our favorite band, Snarky Puppy. Then went off and did his own thing on tour for a while. Did okay on that, I'd say. especially if you end up with Eric Krasno. Eric Krasno, Soul Live, Lettuce, produced Firehouse. No one knows that shit.
Yep. Scary Pockets.
Of course. Well, he's gotten into the Scary Pockets scene once or twice. He produced my buddy Matt Cummings. Matt Cummings on tour.
Yeah.
You know Matt. And then Spud from, Snarky.
Yeah.
Some real talent. Haven't heard this. This will be in my ears. You'll get a full report by next podcast. Speaking of next podcast, who we listen to?
We're going to be talking about the Gilded Palace of Sin by the band The Flying Burrito Brothers.
I'm sorry. The Gilded Palace of Sin is the name of the album?
Yes, it is.
What a fantastic album.
It absolutely is.
Oh, I'm so excited. I don't know what to expect.
Me either.
I've heard the name Flying Burrito Brothers. I don't know what I'm getting into.
We'll see. Hopefully you don't need a Ryobi John Wand.
Oh, if you haven't heard the Jean Want, you need to go research for that. Shout out to Patrick John Rainey. Shout out to my boy Dan Woodard across the mic from me. My name's Carl Carter Fansteel.
And you know my name because Carl just said it.
That's exactly right. We're so happy to have you this week, and we'll talk to you next. Bye. That was a show about Laura Nyro's album, Eli and the 13th Confession. She could use a lesson doing this.
Backwards Speeds Podcast is a Tunawood production recorded live at Thought Shack Studios in Halethorpe, Maryland.
If you enjoyed the show, make sure to subscribe and leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
You can find us at Backwards Speeds Podcast on most platforms.
Share the love, and we'll see you next week for another deep dive into the next album on Rolling Stone Magazine's Top 500 list.
Until then, salt your melons.